In the city of Capua, among the noisy streets and the smell of fresh bread, lived Gaius Livius. He was a potter. Every day he woke up before sunrise, lit the kiln, kneaded the clay, and shaped jars. His hands were always covered in clay, and his clothes smelled of smoke. Gaius Livius worked from morning until late at night. He sold his pots at the market, but still never had enough money. Every copper coin he earned was spent on food, coal for the kiln, and rent for his workshop. By the end of the week, his purse was always empty, leaving him only with tiredness. He often watched the wealthy merchants riding past on horses, wearing fine tunics, and with silver denarii jingling at their belts. Gaius Livius would think, "Why do I work every day, yet have nothing?" He was not lazy. He loved his craft and was willing to work, but he felt that his hard work was not giving him freedom. One evening, while walking home, he saw Marcus Sulpicius, the tax collector, passing by with a chest on a cart. People said Marcus was rich, but he dressed simply and always walked alone without guards. That night, Gaius lay on his straw mat, looking at the ceiling, unable to fall asleep. He realized he could not live like this any longer. He said to himself, "Tomorrow I will go to Marcus Sulpicius and ask him how to become wealthy." The next morning, Gaius Livius woke up earlier than usual. He washed quickly, put on a simple tunic, and went to Marcus Sulpicius's house. His heart was beating fast, as he had never spoken to such a man before. Marcus's house was simple, with stone walls and a wooden door. Outside there was a cart with a chest covered by cloth. Gaius knocked, and soon Marcus Sulpicius opened the door himself. He was a short man with gray hair and calm eyes. "Gaius Livius, I know you," Marcus said. "You're the potter who makes good jars. What brings you to me?" Gaius clenched his fists, trying to hide his nervousness. "Marcus, I work every day, but I never have any money. I see that you live calmly, and people say you have wealth. I want to learn how I can become wealthy too." Marcus looked at him carefully and nodded. "That's good, Gaius. You are not afraid of hard work, and that is already half the journey. But to have wealth, you need not only to work, but to understand how to handle money." He walked over to the cart and pulled the cloth from the chest. Gaius saw it was full of clay denarii. Marcus picked up one and said, "This is my first secret. Every day I saved at least one coin, even when I was poor, and I put it in here. These denarii helped me learn how to handle money." Gaius looked at the simple clay coins in surprise. "Do these have any value?" he asked. Marcus smiled. "By themselves, they are worth nothing, but they remind me of 5 rules I carved on each coin. These rules helped me become wealthy, and if you wish, I will tell you about them." Gaius nodded, feeling a spark of hope grow inside him. Marcus took one clay coin and showed it to Gaius. "On each of these coins, I carved a rule so I would remember it every day. These 5 rules made me wealthy." He placed the coin in Gaius's hand. "The first rule, spend less than you earn. Even the smallest part of your income must remain with you. If you earn 10 denarii, learn to live on 8 or 9. Gaius nodded, realizing he had never saved even a single coin for himself. Marcus took a second coin. "The second rule, let every coin bring children. If you only store money, it does not work for you. Give it work, lend it out with interest, or invest in what you understand." He placed a third coin in Gaius's hand. "The third rule, learn from those who are already wealthy. Do not take advice about money from the poor. Ask merchants who know how to handle silver." Marcus held up a fourth coin, slightly cracked. "The fourth rule, do not invest in what you do not understand. I lost much money once when I invested in another man's business I did not understand. Learn before you trust your denarii to others." Finally, he gave Gaius the 5th coin. "The 5th rule, silver loves patience. Do not expect to become wealthy in a day or a month. Let time work for you." Gaius held the 5 coins in his hand, feeling a strong desire to change his life. The next day, Gaius Livius returned to his work, but now he acted differently. He started saving 1 coin from every bit of earnings, even if it was the smallest copper coin. He stopped buying unnecessary treats at the market, avoided extra loaves of bread, and ate simple soup. His friends laughed at him. "You have become stingy, Gaius." But Gaius knew he was not poor anymore. He was building his future. When he saved enough coins, he lent them to an oil merchant he knew, who returned the money with a small profit. It was the first time a coin had given birth to another. Gaius continued learning from old merchants, carefully listening to their conversations at the market, asking questions, and never being ashamed to admit when he did not understand something. A year passed. Gaius Livius was no longer a poor potter. He opened a small workshop near the market, hired a helper, and was able to buy a small piece of land where he could get his own clay. He did not become rich overnight, but every month he felt a little more free, calm, and confident about tomorrow. Now he understood that wealth was not about having a lot of money, but about knowing how to manage it and build your life step by step. One morning, Gaius Livius came to see Marcus Sulpicius again. This time he came not with a question but with gratitude. "You changed my life, Marcus," he said. "I am no longer afraid of tomorrow." Marcus smiled and took out a small silver denarius. "Take this, Gaius. You have earned it." Gaius saw that on the denarius there was an inscription: "Wealth does not come to those who wait, but to those who are ready." Gaius held the denarius in his hand and realized he was truly wealthy now, not because of the silver coin, but because he had learned to manage his money and his life. My friends, perhaps each of us has our own chest of empty coins inside, waiting for us to take action. It doesn't matter how old you are or how much money you have now. Start small, save a part of your income, learn, invest in what you understand, and let time work for you. And remember, wealth does not come to those who wait, it comes to those who are ready. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to the channel. Here, we share simple ideas about how to live well and build wealth step by step. Thank you for watching.